What up, though, man? It's James Forgato of God Level Genius, man. Here to give a recap of last night's Western Conference final game between the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. Dallas, man, defeated them with a buzzer beater, man, from Luka, man, 109 to 108, man. Luka got the one-on-one with Rudy Gobert on the switch, man. Hit him with the step back, kicked the leg up, man. That was all she wrote, man. Dallas now leads the series 2-0, clinching home court advantage, basically, because they won 2 games on the road, pending that they lose a game in Dallas, which I find hard to believe because Dallas going to be rocking. I expect Minnesota to compete hard on the road and more than capable of doing it. I mean, they did it in Denver, and I feel like Denver was a more hostile environment than Dallas, but it's going to be tough, man. This series, kind of like the Indiana Boston, is really showing a difference between veterans and people's who just now making it into the playoffs deeply and not understanding how every possession really counts. LeBron spoke about that on the More Than the Game podcast with JJ Redick. He said one possession could shift the entire series, and every possession literally counts. Therefore, it's going to be tough, man. I definitely already know Boston's going to defeat Indiana because I didn't even care to watch this series after game 1. I was going to tune in thinking it might have been competitive, but when they blew that series, I'm just like, oh, it's over with. You can't recover from stuff like that. Minnesota and Dallas on the other end, they shouldn't have lost that game last night. I understand the first game because, Kyrie was on one. But game 2, man, Kyrie was in foul trouble. He had like 3 fouls in the first half and only had like 5 points maybe. He ended it with like 20. Then you got Luka with 32. Luka gonna do what he gonna do. And Reed, even though he missed the go-ahead shot to try to win the game with like 3.2 seconds left, he still had 23. He did his job. He's not even a starter. But this was a tough loss, man, overall for Minnesota. And they're gonna have to at least win. Well, it's not even a half. If they want to keep the series going, they got to stretch it to at least back to Minnesota and win at least one game in Dallas, which they're capable of. But it's gonna be very, very tough. But with that being said, I see this series probably ending in 5, man. I don't know, man. Ant looked like it's catching up to him. He getting winded, and Rudy Gobert probably want to get back home to his baby. And Kyrie and Luka, man, they bouncing off each other, man. Where one may slack up a little bit, the other one to take up, and they'll finish it off after they get back in the game. It's like 2 dynamic ISO players, man. And it's just not enough offensive power coming from Minnesota once Ant and Reed not doing what they do. You need a little more out of Rudy Gobert. You need way more out of Cat. Cat got to give you like 24, 25, man, for them to compete. You can't be having no 15 points. Man, that's my recap, man, of game 2, man, of Minnesota versus Dallas, man. If you made this far to the video, I want to say thank you for watching. Please be so kind, man, to hit the like button, subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. I am James Forgato, and as always, be God Level Genius. God Level Genius.